Hello my beautiful weebs and welcome back to another video. Today Otaku Sensei will be recommending the top 10 school anime with an overpowered or badass main character. If you're new here and happen to enjoy this sort of content, then please don't forget to subscribe as well as turn on the notification bell, and for the people who are already subbed and like the video before it actually starts, know that we appreciate you. And it would be great if you guys follow Otaku Sensei on Twitter since he posts small recommendation and update things there. Anyways, let's start the video. We kickstart this list with Invaders of Rokujiyama. After Kotaro Satomi's father is suddenly relocated for his job, the first-year high school student is faced with finding a cheap place to live by himself. Naturally, he jumps at the chance to move into Corona House's room 106 for a mere 5,000 yen a month. But while everything goes well at first, Kotaro soon gets a lot more than he bargained for after stumbling upon a mysterious cave while working his part-time job. The following night, Kotaro is visited by various seemingly mythical figures, all of whom claim ownership of the poor student's apartment. Among the invaders are... I'm probably gonna say a lot of these names wrong, but here it goes. Sanae Higashi Hyungan, a ghost supposedly haunting the room, magical girl Yurika, alien princess Milis Grey Fortorthe, or something like that, and Kiraha Kurono, a direct descendant of the Earth people. But more importantly, each of these four girls needs Kotaro's apartment for her own reasons and won't back down without a fight. In 8th place we have Luck and Logic. The story starts like this. Logic is the concept that governs emotions, abilities, ideals, memories, and all other abstract properties that make up life in various worlds. With its power, however, alien foreigners are able to pass through portals imbued with their respective world's logic and pose a threat to other worlds. To counter this problem, the Another Logic Counter Agency, ALCA, from the human world of Septia, employs logicalists. People with the power to form bonds with the foreigners who seek peace and share their logic, tasked with dealing with all possible dangers. After overloading his powers 2 years prior, Yoshishika Tsurugi has lost the ability to use logic in combat, making him no different from a regular citizen. However, his life soon returns to the battlefield when he meets Athena, a foreigner goddess from the world of Tetra Heaven. She brings Yoshishika a missing logic card, allowing him to become a logicalist once again. Soon after, Yoshishika forms a contract with Athena and joins ALCA. There he meets other logicalists, and only by working with them can he hope to bring an end to the threats once and for all. In 8th place we have Isuka. Poor Shinichiro Asano has the worst luck. His parents abandoned him and ran off to Europe, and if that isn't bad enough on its own, they barely left him any money to take care of himself. In order to pay rent and keep a roof over his head, he has to work. Unfortunately, he was just fired from his last job, and as a high school student, he doesn't have many other prospects. One evening, he's attacked by a centipede monster on his way home. Shinichiro is saved by a mysterious girl with a bow and arrow, who he later discovers is Sakuya Shimazu, a beautiful student who attends his school. But when he later helps an injured girl, he discovers two things. First, the injured girl isn't human at all, but rather a Nekomata, a two-tailed demon cat. And second, Sakuya comes from a family of exorcists who've protected humanity from rogue monsters and spirits for generations. Because Shinichiro was responsible for releasing a Nekomata, Sakuya enlists his help in recapturing the demon. But that's just the beginning of Shinichiro's relationship with Sakuya. It turns out the Shimazu family needs a housekeeper, and it just so happens that Shinichiro excels at cooking and likes to clean. It may not be his dream job, but if it pays the rent and puts food on the table, who can complain? In 7th place we have Tenchi Myo, War on Giminar. Kenshi Masaki is a 15-year-old boy that has unwillingly traveled from his home on Earth to the alternate world of Giminar. On Giminar, the countries wage war using sacred mechanoids, humanoid exoskeletal weapons that were originally discovered within ancient ruins and developed over centuries. After being tricked by a mysterious organization into participating in an attempt to assassinate Lashar Earth the 28th, the young ruler of the Shitryu Empire, he ends up captured after he chooses not to kill her. Deducing enough about Kenshi to interest her, and because his abilities make him an extremely valuable property, Lashara decides to take Kenshi under her protection. Disguised as her attendant, Kenshi travels with her and her bodyguard Chiaya Flan to the Holy Land, a virtually impregnable fortress that serves as an academy to train sacred mechanoid pilots, most of whom are female. With his kindness, tenacity, and skills that vary from carpentry and cooking to advanced survival techniques, Kenshi eventually becomes a celebrity in the academy, becoming the object of affection of many female students and making some of the male students envious. However, the same organization who deceived Kenshi is secretly working inside and against the academy, and a worldwide conflict is about to begin. In sixth place, we have Knights and Magic. The story begins when Tsubasa Kurata, a software engineer and hardcore mecha otaku from Japan, dies in a car accident. Shocker. He is later reborn in the fantastical Fremvela Kingdom, a medieval world where giant, powerful mechs called Silhouette Knights are used to fight against horrifying creatures called Demon Beasts. Here, Tsubasa is reborn as Ernesti Eru, a cavalier, the son of a noble family. Blessed with exceptional magical abilities and the memories of his past life, he enrolls at the Hyla Academy? I am sorry if I said that wrong. An elite magic school where the pilots of the Silhouette Knights, called Night Runners, are being trained to battle threats from both within and outside the kingdom. He later teams up with Adeltrude Ulter and her twin brother Arkid with the goal of piloting a Silhouette Knight of his own creation, something that has been unheard of for centuries. In fifth place, we have Kill la Kill. After the murder of her father, Ryuko Matoi has been wandering the land in search of his killer. Following her only lead, the missing half of his invention, the Scissor Blade, she arrives at the prestigious Honnoji Academy, a high school unlike any other. The academy is ruled by the imposing and cold-hearted student council president, Satsuki Kurian, alongside her powerful underlings, the Elite Four. In the school's brutally competitive hierarchy, Satsuki bestows upon those at the top special clothes called Goku uniforms, which grant the wearer unique superhuman abilities. Thoroughly beaten in a fight against one of the students in uniform, Ryuko retreats to her raised home where she stumbles across Senketsu, a rare and sentient kamui, or god clothes. After coming into contact with Ryuko's blood, Senketsu awakens, latching onto her and providing her with immense power. Now, armed with Senketsu and the Scissor Blade, Ryuko makes a stand against the Elite Four, hoping to reach Satsuki and uncover the culprit behind her father's murder once and for all. In fourth place, we have Maken Ki. Takeru Oyama has enrolled at Tenbi Academy, a private prep high school that converted from all girls to co-ed. Hoping to have a life full of ogling pretty girls, he reunites with his childhood friend Haruko Amaya, who shows him around school. However, he learns that the school is for students who possess magical and spiritual energies called elements, and who wield crafted weapons known as Makens. The students engage in school-sanctioned combat matches that showcase their powers. While his own ability in Maken is not apparent at first, Takeru soon finds himself surrounded by girls, including Inaho Kushiya, an attractive girl who says she's his fiancé, and Kodama Himegami, a popular blonde who says she wants to kill him. He joins the security committee, which is part of the student council's leadership committee, called the Magical Security Organization, also known as Maken Ki. In third place, we have Medaka Box. Medaka Kurakami is, in the truest sense of the word, perfect. Beautiful, intelligent, and athletic, Medaka's dream is to make others happy. So, when she runs for student council president of the prestigious Hakoniwa Academy, winning the election with 98% of the votes is only to be expected. The very first thing the boisterous new president does is set up the Medaka Box, a suggestion box allowing students to submit any kind of request for assistance. Together with the cynical Zenkichi Hitoyoshi, her childhood friend who has been strong-armed into helping, Medaka fulfills these requests at a ridiculous rate. For every job completed, she adds flowers to the student council room, with the aim of filling the entire school. However, the two are about to find out that helping others may be a lot harder than they think, as they begin to uncover a devastating plan centering on the academy and even Medaka herself. In second place, we have the strongest sage with the weakest crest. In this world of magic, the powers and future of a mage are predetermined at birth through so-called marks, 4 symbols that categorize a human's aptitude for magic. Our main character knows as well, as he is reincarnated at the 4th crest and has had the other 3 crests. Lamenting the fact that his mark was considered ill-suited for combat and only useful for magic augmentation, an incredibly skilled sage decided to reincarnate thousands of years in the future. Reborn as Matthias Hildesheimer, a 6-year-old boy and the 3rd son of a duke's family, he attains the mark of close combat he always desired. Unfortunately, it is also discovered that mankind's knowledge of magic and swordsmanship has drastically deteriorated in this era. Only shoddy magic equipment can be sporadically found, while even the most basic spells have been forgotten. To add insult to injury, his current mark, once hailed as the most powerful, is now viewed as the worst. When Matthias becomes 12 years old, his unrivaled swordsmanship lands him in the Second Royal Academy. Shattering prejudices, he promptly makes ripples in the academy and beyond. However, the former sage uncovers signs of dark forces working in the shadows. And with humanity weaker than ever, it's up to Matthias to thwart their evil plans. And we finish this list with Boarding School Juliet at number 1. Boarding School Juliet takes place at Dahlia Academy Boarding School, where students come from 2 rivaling countries known as the Nation of Toa and the Principality of West. This academy segregates its student body into 2 dormitories, which reflects their nationality. The Black Dogs housing those from Toa, and the White Cats housing those from the West. The story follows Romeo Inuzuka, the first-year leader of the Black Dog dormitory. Romeo has had an unrequited love for Juliet Persia, the first-year leader of the White Cat dormitory, since childhood. Who would have saw that coming? Initially hesitant, Romeo decides to confess his love and resolves to change the world if it meant standing by Juliet's side. Juliet, impressed by Romeo's determination, accepts his love. However, now both Romeo and Juliet must work hard to keep their relationship a secret from other dorm mates while trying to avoid trouble. This video ends here, and I want to especially say thank you to all those people who support us through Patreon and channel membership. Also, make sure to follow Sensei on social media for update related stuff. I hope you enjoyed this list as well as got introduced to new shows, and if you did, then leave a like, share with your buddies, and like always, subscribe and turn on notifications. Until next time, try to keep the comments section wholesome.